People, greetings. Let me walk away a bit. Cause I've got a neighbour that's going on a bit rancid up there still, you know how it goes. Excuse the mess, we'll clear up after. Them little bits there will get picked up. There you have my plot again. And if you remember, look at the cabbage then, and kale shooting up lovely already. Like that, we'll off, you see. But here now, I'm going to separate this corn. I'm going to move this middle row. Them 6 corns are going to go up there. Because although I want them to grow together in a kind of bunch so they can pollinate each other, I also want them to have their own space, not to fight for light too much. And that's just going to be a bit too crowded to even tend to. So I kind of got a bit too ahead of myself with that one there. So the middle row is going to move up to Dessa. So bear with me. Watch this space and you shall see. Another little tip that I picked up, well, it's not really that deep, but it's quite important. Every little tip matters. But wetting the hole before you put plants in, especially in an allotment, is quite healthy because you want the roots to have a whole path of where they will be travelling to. But you want the soil and everything around it healthy, so you just wet up the hole a little bit. Let that seep in a bit. And there's number 1. What I'm going to do is take out the rest of the other 6. Move my little weight. And now I will take out the other 6, the other 5 should I say, in that middle row. And then we've got a good row there, a good row there, and then a nice set yassa. You see me? So we're just setting the place. Look, the lettuce is catching nicely. Beetroot still going in strong. Shard still going in strong. Rainbow shard and normal shard. As you can see, kale, cabbage, pointed cabbage, everything's flourishing. Runner beans, them are gone. Could do with some water, as you can see. My cucumbers over there are struggling, so what I'm going to do now is do what I did the first time and grow them to like teenager stage on my balcony from now on. So I'm going to go and get 3 probably today, 3 or 4 different types. Grow them on my balcony in some pots and then bring them down when they're a lot stronger, cause I can't take the stress. Every time something gets damaged or flops, it's a bit stressful, to be honest. I'm not sure anyone that grows knows. Got 3 more lettuces under there as well. Got a few lettuces, you know, all over the place. So we're just going in. Tomatoes are going in good. One of them's flowering over there. In fact, there's another one flowering under that frame as well, but I'll show you that after. But for now, let me get back to my work. I'm going to take up these, and when we come back, they will be in the hole. So now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 there, 6 up there, and about 20 here. So we're doing all right. We've got 38 corns growing, enough tomatoes. I'm gonna run some trellises today as well. Some rope trellises on them ones anyway. We're doing all the different techniques, you know. So we're gonna run some trellis lines from the frame down to the tomato trees. So they've got something to grow up and give them strength all the way. The earlier you do it, the better. There's the cucumber that I'm telling you about that's struggling. It might lift up himself, but for now, I'm going to grow them on the balcony so they're way more stronger. Car, I don't know what's damaged that one like that. I had one in there, as you can see, and it got nyam up by slugs. Hence all the slug pellets around the edges. Not too close to the veg, of course. But now the running beans are running. I'm just going to let them run and do their thing now, up the frame. That cucumber's doing alright. Bit dry, but I'm going to water them all now. Garlic's running. Everything's a bit dry. Even though, look, you can see on the soil that they've been watered a bit, but they just still had struggling times. So the one thing I've learned is don't let them thirst for water too much. So yeah, people, you don't know. Progress. Scotch bonnet, I haven't showed you lot the Scotch bonnet. It's doing quite well under its little incubator. You can kind of see it from there. I don't even need to remove it. Look, it's looking well, isn't it? It's flourishing. Shows me that I might need to cover up all. Oh, I've got them peppers covered. Those are sweet peppers. Those are covered. That's one pepper that's not covered, but everything's doing alright still. Spinach, them I'll pop up. Yeah, let me show you the flowering tomatoes. That one's flowering and that one's flowering. You see it? So, you know, mint flourishing. I wish I could let you lot smell these mints, man, I'm telling you. If I could make you smell them, you'd be impressed. You'd be impressed. Yeah. Well, that looks like a flower that I know, but I don't know it to be a weed. Potatoes then. Doing alright. Yeah man, we give thanks, you know? Feed the family, you know? Alright people, see if I can quickly get a little filming of me doing one of the trellises. I'll show you where I've tied it above, after. Right now I'll put some hooks in the ground, which I will also show you. But right now I'm just trying to multitask and get a little action in other videos so I want to see what I'll go on. So I'm just knotting this at the bottom, making sure there's tension on it. However, I can push the hook down further in the soil if I need more tension. That's the whole point of these kind of methods. I've done this wrong as well, you know, I can't normally wrap it first, but however, I'm going to adapt and quickly wrap this around. So then what happens now, no matter what growth it takes, it's got the support of this string to take the pressure off the stem. When the fruits start growing, it can take as much as it needs to take because it's got strength and support. There we go, not too much tension because you don't want to stress nothing. Alright, let's see what I go on this. So what I will do is showing everything in this. So there we go, we tie it up there, so run it straight down. As you can see, it's got a bit of tension there. I'm going to put some more in that actually, but the plants are young, so I don't need the tension yet. But then that's running around the stem and just giving it some support. I'll cut the string after. In fact, I'll tie it back up so I can loosen it when need to loosen it and take off. But yeah, that's one. There's one I done earlier. As you can see, I used the hook in the ground, run the trellis straight up. Obviously the bamboo's there, but man just running string trellis as well, so you get me. As you can see, I've got a hook there. That one hasn't been tied up yet, but the hook is there, ready to run the trellis up to the frame. Seen? Simple little techniques I and I do with, but them work, you know? I'm gonna run a mesh up that side, so when the beans start climbing, they can climb up the mesh, and then they've got their support to go over. And yeah, that's the plan. Oh yeah, by the way, I've tied this one to bamboo at the top, so it's still using the bamboo as support, and that's what I'm going to do with these ones. Because as you know, they don't have a frame above, so I'll just tie the string to the top of that and support those ones. See? So it can support the whole of the stem, take the pressure off. You see my beans, them my work. They're going to run up their tower, so that's going to be a tower of beans. Watch and see anyway. Bless up people. I'm going to try and capture all of the different breeds of tomatoes that I have. So this is 2 beef eaters. They are struggling, but I got them very young from someone, so I'm just going to make them work. 2 beef eaters, 1 Alicante, Gardener's Delight, chocolate cherry, sweet appetite or sweet appetite, must be French. Step over here, so another chocolate cherry that is flowering already. Big Daddy, must be similar to the beef eaters. and Gardener's Delight again. Then we do also have, see, it's not done, you know, F1 Honeycomb and Basket Tumbling Tom Yellows. Ooh, what's going on there? Give that a little support. But yeah, so I'm gonna count them once I watch the video back, and I will actually let you know the amount of variety. So yeah, man, done a few videos today, a few updates. Let's have a little look at these. Look at that. Look at that. Pointed cabbages are forward and strong. Pointed cabbages are forward and strong. Look at the kale. Just getting some pictures. I forgot to take a picture. Everything's flying nicely. Even our little lettuces, they're struggling, but they've caught. They've caught. 3 lettuces there. 4 sweet peppers under them bottles. Those might have to get separated. In fact, they will have to get separated. I'll move at least. I'll probably move that one and leave them 2 there. Probably move them up further or something, depending on how everything grows. See all these different types of lettuce. I'm gonna buy lettuce regular, you know, I'm gonna buy sweet pepper regular, I'm gonna buy lettuce regular, potatoes regular, tomatoes regular, sweet corn not so regular, but when it produces, I will eat it that regular. There are beans all over the place. Oh yeah, I just remember I saw some. One of the beans, I've left the label, yes sir, and you need to be yes sir. So these are French climbing beans. I'm going to do that little weeding later. Marigold I pop, everything I pop, but just need some water out here. As you can see, it looks a bit Sahara-ish right now. So when it gets to water, you see everything take a perk up. So which is I'm about to do. I've got my big 10-litre watering can over there. Courtesy of Temu or Amazon, I think it's Temu. I will confirm at a later date. Little promotion, you know. So yeah, we are going. That shard, you know, I'm gonna take that off, take off enough of the leaves and make a juice and maybe trim it down again and restart it, because it's turned into a tree. We don't need a shard tree. Why I leave it in the winter as well, or even all the time actually, because sometimes the leaves at the bottom, things would attack that and then allow some of my other veggies as well. But I'll still take enough leaves off of it, as you've seen in the past videos. So yeah man, celery I go on. That's the update. I'm going to water it now, and that's me for today. So bless up people. These videos are getting a bit longer. I might make some shorts from them, because that wasn't the intention. Picture. Strawberries are even flowering. I'm missing that out of the thing. That's everything. Alright people. One thing I'll tell you about allotment, it makes the hours pass, because I said I was going ages ago, and now I've done about 4 more things since I planted out them corns. The last one I just done is just turn some of my old recycling trays into lettuce trays, because I don't like when the soil and that when they're being watered touches the leaves too much, it can cause disease. You see them little dirty leaves there, but if you start doing things like this, as you know, I do have little gadgets and that, but everything's now being used up. I could reorder them, but at the same time I'm finding ways of doing it myself, because I have loads of these little things. So that's been done. Another addition to the allotment is my tomato stroke bean rack. That can be added to at any time, as you can see, but it's supporting itself from that frame as well. The beans are over there, gonna go over the top, eventually over that I reckon, and or back down that should I say, and then the tomatoes are going to be supported, them beans are going to go over that way, and then I've got beans over there that's going to go over that way. You see me? Cucumbers are going to hang on support on that if they come true, and then what I'm going to do is probably make some cucumbers hang on this. I might even make a platform on this, you know, like at the lower level. Make a platform, put the cucumbers and then make them be supported by this frame. So yeah, that's just a little update. I think there's something else I've done, but I can't think of it to hand. I put another bottle over that pepper because that one's doing so well, so I've covered over that one. That's how you do it sometimes. You just trial and error, you know, see what ones are working better. Obviously, you know, protected's going to work a bit better. But at the same time, you have to work with everything, test out the elements, you know? So yeah, that's me for today now. This time I mean it. Cause look, I'm still here. It's now 3:44. What time was it? I think it was 1:39 when I done the first video. That's a nice 2 hours, but it needs it. This is the attention you have to put in. I fixed my little bird scarer. Got my CDs, them, helping to scare off them and the foxes. Oh, one more addition. Natural compost bin in the soil. So obviously the worms and that will do their thing in there. I think I should put some soil on top of it as well. That's how you do it sometimes. Just balance it up. And then make the animal them go on and work. The worms them, should I say, mainly. And it will probably catch some slugs. So that's my little DIY. My little DIY compost bin in the ground. That's my little slug catcher. Got some beer at the bottom of there. You see me? Just look at the devices. As you see, everything else I run. You don't know. So stay tuned. Like, share and subscribe. Trying to build up the channel, build up the community. You know, I've been watching a lot of videos for a long time, so I think I might as well just be a part of them. But I'm proud of my frame. That frame's looking serious. And when I add another, I can add a row to it there, a row to it there. Just keep adding and make it a whole frame that anything can go on. That could have been my peas climbing frame, to be honest. If I had beans and peas on each one of those. Oh, don't give me more ideas. Because then that would just be a climbing frame for beans and peas. Next time. Anyway, bless up people.